Welcome to the following presentation of Minor League Esports on the MLE Network.
In VMix, I'm muted in the stream, unfortunately. Welcome back to Minor League Esports for some more exciting 3v3 action here at Minor League Esports. I'm totally thrown off. We got an avian matchup coming at you, Ducks versus Hawks in the Foundation League. I am still Lars Newton. Joining me in the casting booth, as always, is the one, the only, the real Grant CFO. Grant, last questions, concerns, comments, hopes, and or dreams.
My dreams for this one is a good series and not a 5-0 sweep like the last one. We saw some really close gameplay in the last series between the Outlaws and Pirates, but now we are moving over to the Sky Division between the Ducks and the Hawks of the Blue Conference. So we are looking forward to this one all the way. These two going to go sky high for every opportunity.
Absolutely, and I am super excited. Foundation League is so fun to watch because it's so wildly unpredictable. And now it's also week one. We have brand new teams, especially because these teams couldn't have had Foundation League last season. So these are 100% brand new, no retention Foundation League teams in week one with no previous series, season history in the most unpredictable level of gameplay that we have here at MLE. So it just, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and then you also think about what is the experience of the franchise managers and other staff of each of these franchises. It's like, how do they go about picking these players when they've never, or maybe some of them have never actually looked for a Foundation League team? How did that whole skill scouting out, how did it all go for them? How did tryouts go? It's a big question that we're going to find out an answer to. Is it going to go well or is it not going to go well? Well, we just have to see. I hope we can get our players on as soon as possible because, oh boy, here they go. I'm ready for this one, Lars, but what are your hopes, anticipations, and dreams for this one?
I'm hoping for a close series as well. Now, the last one, it was close despite the final scoreline. 4 games decided by 1 goal. But now, on the side of the Ducks in the blue, we've got the closer, Bachem, and Chris Trois. On the side of the Hawks, in the kind of peachish color, Dowie Cow, Gambro, and Incognito.
Oh, man, it's going to be a good one. I've got my eyes on the closer for one. Definitely a player we were looking to pick up. Very mechanically gifted, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for how this player is going to be playing. This one's out for the Hawks, though. Dunked by Chris Trois out to midfield. Closer looks to close on this one. They'll leave it for Bachem. Takes it up the wall. Doesn't find the redirect. Dowie Cow out to midfield. Beats everybody on the defense. Incognito would love to draw this one back in towards the net. Throws it off the back wall. Crossbar down. So close to turning into a great passing opportunity, but know that the Hawks are not going to let up. That is so unfortunate, but looked so freaking cool.
Oh, it calculated. It's all calculated. You know what I say, Grant. It's either calculated or it's server lag. Dowie Cow absolutely calculated off the nose of a duck, off the bill of the Ducks, into the net there on an absolute banger. And it will be the Hawks to take the first lead of this series.
I don't think I've ever seen the Rocket League physics perform in such a strange manner like that. It looked like it just, I don't even know if there's a word to describe it. It was just like bloop off the top. It wasn't even just like a doink, a typical doink or anything like that. It was just bloop and into the net. It was just zipped and zapped its way there. Hawks are up 1 goal. They're looking to extend it out to 2, but Chris Trois will block off the defense here. Incognito to the back wall. Dowie Cow might push around, leaves it for Gambro, who gets a takeout on the closer. Dowie Cow back in, puts it midfield. Bachem will be there. Hawks are starting to throw away the possession to midfield a lot of the times. Instead of looking for each other, throwing it backwards maybe where somebody has a better touch. I mean, you got to figure out whether or not it's your ball to take or if you need to pass that. And sometimes we're just throwing it back and forth between each other.
Well, I think the big thing to note here, though, is this is Foundation League. You should expect to see some more Let's call it loose gameplay, as players are a little more eager to get speed and power on the ball, and a little less control concerns. But I've been very impressed so far with what I've seen for mechanical ability and speed. These players have been very quick to the ball, a little almost uncharacteristically for Foundation League, and it just speaks to how the player base as a whole gets better and better and better.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but just the spirit of all these players. Another shot goes off the woodwork for the Hawks here. They'll try again. I love the pressure we can see from them, but not a lot right now. A bit of a bump, a boost back for their teammate in the Hawks. Incognito pulls back around. Dowie Cow looks to push out. Ooh, a big misdirection play from the Ducks. Bacham unable to capitalize. But notice how blistering of the speed there is for the Hawks every time the Ducks, come in on these plays. Every time they're going to offense, it's just go, go, go. But unfortunately, they have to leave so soon.
Well, pressure developing. We are seeing repeat opportunities. We're seeing these players very quick to get just smoking shots on net. They're just a little bit wide. I'd like to see the Hawks had a couple of opportunities where they did slow the ball down. Dowie Cow looking for control and to set up opportunities. They just haven't been able to find the magic to repeat that first goal.
No, unfortunately, but they are sitting comfortably, and they look good. They're playing well. They know what this one-goal lead means. They will take that to heart. Bacham throws it back out. Dowie Cow down low. Doesn't opt for the carry. Instead, bangs it right back into Duck's hands, or wings, if you will. Now Dowie Cow down for Gambro off the ceiling. Here comes the back wall defense. Christois with a block. Sends it midfield. It's up and uncontested. Closer, not enough boost to finish it. Christois off the back wall. Doesn't find the angle to themselves. They'll wait for their next chance they get, but Ducks are looking good. Haven't left the pressure yet. Now they're finding each other to the back wall. Oh, a shot missed on the third man. Closer tries their hand, and Incognito will get the clear.
We're seeing the Ducks get some good developed pressure. Dowie Cow has an opportunity, throws that one off the back wall, and there's Gambro with the follow-through also off of the back wall. A double commit on this clear here as Closer and Christois both chase that one up the field. But we do see the Ducks get... Oh, my goodness, what a save out of Incognito. We see the Ducks get good, consistent pressure, but this defensive effort on the side of the Hawks has been very, very solid.
And truly impressive as well. 40 seconds to go. Hawks still hold the lead, but Ducks are looking to push in pretty quickly. Here's Christois off the back wall. Now moving backwards for the Ducks. Not the place they need to be right now. Incognito with a 50. Finds Closer on the other side. Ducks, a little bit of miscommunication there results in a double. We know that we can't give Closer any space, so they'll close down his space. Indeed, Dowie Cow will try to get another. Won't be successful. Bacham, 13 seconds to go. Not enough time, I don't think, for the Ducks unless they can find this clear the other way. Oh, after that touch from the Hawks, it could be dangerous. They block it away, and nobody will be around to keep it alive. Maybe they will. Oh, I was wrong. But how long can they keep it up? It doesn't seem like very long, but they are hugging the wall. Unfortunately, unable to bring it back up into the air, and Hawks will stay flying high for game one.
Hawks decided by a single goal that was a calculated effort to get that ball up in front of the net. A very well-placed shot on the side of Dowie Cow gives the advantage here to the Hawks in this series. But fairly evenly matched teams. We see the Hawks be able to take advantage of opportunities. We see them develop control and make some just monster saves. You know, that one in the replay we just saw in the background of Incognito getting the bicycle kick to rip it off the crossbar and back out. On the other side, Ducks have done generally a little bit better job of establishing an offensive rotation and getting follow-up opportunities, which, as we've talked about, and as the hill I will die on, is so critical to winning games here.
Yes, it is, and it's just all about how long you can maintain that pressure. You can keep shots flowing in as long as you want, but the moment somebody leaves, that's when it becomes all that more difficult. You can't go back for boost. You got to stay up front. Grab those pennies. Be very cautious about the way you use your boost once you're on offense, because Ducks, they look good. Like we were mentioning, those rotations, outstanding play so far. We can only hope to see more of it, and maybe they can pull out with a Game 2 victory. I could imagine that it could happen.
Yeah, they've struggled a little bit with shot accuracy, and that's why these opportunities haven't quite developed into goals like we may expect to, but they're getting enough of them that it kind of doesn't matter. They're going for an accuracy by volume approach, and if the Hawks allow that to continue, they could be in dangerous territory. dangerous waters, if you will.
Yes, sir. Here's a shot down by the Hawks. Incognito will move around. We're just talking about this player. Dowie Cow up to Bockham. Throws it to the sidewall. Closer with a good touch up high. They'll leave that for Gambro. Ooh, looks to catch it down low. Oh, almost snuck it behind Chris. Here's Incognito's slow down play. Yes, this is the point I was literally preparing to make, and we'll get to it, but Lars break it down first.
Gambro has a beautiful pass to the infield that leaves the entire Ducks team scrambling in the net, and Incognito elects for control and accuracy over speed and power, and it's 100% the right move. Ducks just can't quite recover in time.
Oh man, I was just about to talk about it, and now we finally get that chance to. Being able to throw this pace so quickly, and I mean, just literal control of the ball and the pace at the same time. Being able to go so fast and then slow it down at a moment's notice is so crucial, but Bockham says, nah, let's pick back up the speed, but this time it's our goal.
Look at this cut. What a shallow angle, like almost a perfect 90 degrees up into the top shelf of that net. Ties this one right back up, and where the first game was a little bit slow to get going and remained scoreless for the most part, this one's already off to a quick start.
Oh yeah, here comes Gambro. Sends it to the back or the sidewall. Bockham moves through, has another off back wall again. Christois there, blocked by Incognito. Hawks standing strong on defense, finds a player upfield, needs to move around. There's the slowdowns again that Ducks need to start being cautious of. They know that their offense can be quick, but they got to be careful on defense now. Seeing the Hawks being so threatening, trying to bait you in for something spicy, you got to be on the lookout as this game remains tied.
Well, good pressure out of the Hawks. It's a great dunk, and you can see the Hawks starting to up that speed, up that pressure. Birds of prey coming down very aggressively. They're getting up in the face of the Ducks. They're not allowing space to breathe and to play the game that they want to play. But the flip side is Ducks are taking a note right out of that same notebook and trying to bring that same pressure back the other way.
Yeah, and here they come as well. Ducks try to cut in. It's back out midfield. Dowie Cow. Oh, big miss for the Hawks here, trying to push it back while coming back. So a bit of confusion there. Very difficult to pull off. We're stuck on the back wall. It's cleared out. Hawks unable to push. Dowie Cow will leave it for a teammate. There they are. Incognito moves it past Bockham. Carry across. Christois with a barreling save off the post. Dowie Cow's shot will go off as well. We go post to post here on both ends.
Well, that was a tight little save out of Christois off their own post to get that one at least saved initially. Here's the follow-through. Bockham with the pass to Christois. Look at that awareness. Look at that readiness to make those team plays. It's beautiful. It's off the back wall, and I love me some back wall.
Oh, who doesn't? It is one of the most fantastic plays when it happens. But my goodness, FL is being, or Foundation League for more proper stances here, is being put on notice by these two teams, how quick they are. And just look at the Ducks, their field awareness, being able to make these quick plays, these tight passes. Boy, other Foundation League franchises need to be scared. But as it stands right now, Hawks hold the lead in the series 1-0. We're still close in game number 2. It could be anybody's game, and the Ducks are looking for it by themselves, but it's all going to be Hawks for now, 2-1.
Beautiful shot out of Dowie Cow here, and this is where that quick turn offense, this repeated pressure, finds you an advantage. They bait out this entire Ducks team into that left corner away from the net, and then that last diving attempt out of that last Ducks player just isn't enough as Dowie Cow finds a way to get just the perfect amount of power to go high but not too high, make that more or less unsavable.
They're finding that sweet spot between everything, whether that be offense, mechanical abilities, shots. They're finding that perfect balance right now between each other. They're looking for each other. Everybody doing well on both ends of the pitch. Here's Christois back up to the back wall. It goes for Gambro. Christois sends it out to the corner now. Bockham wants to get Dowie Cow out here. They best him. Incognito runs into Bockham one more time. Ducks, failing to clear this ball. Now they get it to Closer, who takes it to the back. Gambro off the corner. Christois up front. Incognito moving around. Finds it off the sidewall and gets it downfield. Closer left all alone. They should have a decent clear here. They have it all to themselves. Misses the boost. Won't be able to follow. But Dowie Cow will be there for defense. Minute to go now. Time running out for the Ducks, but they've got this last possession.
They need to find a way to turn this one and get the advantage back. But it's good pressure down the field. A chase from all three players of the Ducks, and Chris Toile, the only one getting out in front of that, recognizing they need to create some space, create some breathing room as these teams a little eager to bunch up. I do appreciate the level of aggression they bring. They're not afraid to dive in at this ball and take advantage of this threes game mode. You just have to be very careful in how you calm that and how you're aware of your teammates around the field to prevent those kind of double commits we're starting to see emerge out of the Ducks.
Well, Bachem from the sidewall again. Chris Toile moves in for it. Might be successful here. Dowie with a miss. Oh, closer sneaks it by and ties the game with 14 seconds to spare.
Oh my goodness, we're in for another last-second banger here, and I won't be surprised at all if we see some overtime. But the closer, recognizing both of those players on the Hawks defense go high, keeps that one perfectly low, finds that back corner. Now 14 seconds in regulation to try to put this one away, or we see our first overtime of the series.
It is great play here. 5 seconds to go. Shot will go wide here for the Hawks. Ducks want to keep it up, though. It will remain so. Dowie Cow up high. Closer won't reach it, and we will go to that overtime, Lars.
We said it in the last series. We are not going to see just one overtime tonight. I think this makes actually number 3 already, and we're only one series in, but it's going to end quickly as Dowie Cow finds a slow looping shot over the top, and it's just enough to secure this one in favor of the Hawks.
Yeah, double commit was all it took to render that defense useless. Unfortunate ending for the Ducks, but Hawks are happy with it. They move on with a 2-0 lead in the series, and now it's just, what do the Ducks got to do? I mean, they look fantastic. I don't think I've seen as good of offensive rotations, how tight they're able to keep it. The power triangle looks great, but Lars, I know you're the analytical madman, so help me out here. What's that missing piece?
Again, take a note out of the Hawks playbook. So the Ducks, they've done a good job of getting fast, aggressive pressure in front of the net, and that's very critical. And I want to be very careful in how I say this because I don't want to see these players slow down the speed of their rotations. I want to see that speed and that aggression. But when it comes to shooting opportunities, we've seen the Hawks 2 times in this game, and obviously the third out of Dowie Cow just looping over the top in overtime. They have that ability to run fast at that ball. But being a good Rocket League team is that ability to snap that pace right back down, slam on those brakes, and get tons of control, take advantage of openings as you see them develop. Being able to vary that pace back and forth is critical. I need to see the Ducks. They've got the speed. They've got the power. They've got the aggression. Now we need to see them land in the water nice and soft, settle down a little bit, and get that last touch home.
Well, we're moving into Game 3, and we will be able to see whether or not the Ducks can do just that. Now, I know they can't hear us. Maybe they're watching the stream. Might be on a delay. If they take that advice to heart, good for them. If not, then it might be a little bit of a tough ride here as we get this one set up and ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. I hope they can change some things up because as it stands right now, Hawks are on match point.
Again, critically to note that match point in MLE is more of a point of pride than anything, as playoff contention decided by games won and not series.
And very important that every game counts. We've been stressing it all night long so far, and we will always be sure to stress it for everything we got. Here's a stressful opportunity. Ducks unable to capitalize. Great counterattack. Might steer wide. Can they get the double? Oh, they can't read it properly. Incognito to backboard. No, it's going to go up to the ceiling and right back down. Everybody missing such great opportunities, but Hawks are still on it with pressure building.
Well, 44 seconds gone, and almost all of it pressure in favor of the Hawks. We've been asking the Ducks to read something out of the Hawks playbook, but right now, it's the Hawks reading the Ducks playbook, getting an offensive rotation established. Very dangerous with their ability to settle down and find goals. There's one into the 90, just whiffs on the defense. Incognito will be the one to clean this one up.
Offensive rotations are relentless from the Hawks right now. We saw the big misplay on the defense for both Duck defenders. Very, very unfortunate. They know what they've got to do. And, man, It's just the defense. I think that's going to be my key thing for the Ducks. We haven't seen them play the best of defense. They play really good offense, although sometimes the Hawks are just beating them on some clears, some saves, just always being there, getting in the way. They've got great game sense and ways to predict the incoming offense by looking at their opponents. But as I say it, I could jinx it. Unfortunately, Ducks can't capitalize here, but maybe later down the road, they might be able.
And one of the fun things about Rocket League is the car choices. Something I want to point out right now is we have 6 Octane hitboxes, but we only have 2 Octanes, 4 Fenix on the field. Some people embracing that titanium white from that recent sale here in the shop on Rocket League. But returning attention back to the game, the Hawks have the advantage in the series and in the game. Ducks, I'd love to see them score a couple of quick ones here to get some momentum, get that mental pressure off their back, kind of like some water off a Duck's back. Had to do it, I'm sorry. And be able to take this series right back.
You mentioned something about the store. Doesn't MLE have a code? Isn't it MLE Sports GG? Something like that for the item shop to help us out? I think there is. I'll do some research on that one. We'll get back to it, but there is a way to support us in the item shop. We'll let you know as soon as we figure it out. But I will tell you who's figuring out offense right now. It's Incognito.
Incognito only needs just a little bit of support from Gambro. Baits out those defenders. That's why having this pass plays and this control is so critical. You can draw defenders away from the position they need to be. They've got a nasty habit of saying, hey, see ball, hit ball, let's follow this one out here as it leaves our end. But no, it's not a leave. It's a back pass, and Incognito takes advantage. Another one on the net, Chris Toit to save it.
Yeah, great plays right now from Chris Toit and the Ducks. The defense is looking a little better. Oh no, as I say it, don't tell me I've jinxed it. Oh, we didn't. We escape, and the Ducks move out unscathed. Gambro finds it out to closer. Dowie Cow cuts in, wants to stall for a little bit in the midfield. On the midline, moving in, pushes it back up, gets out everybody from the defense. This one's slow roller. Bachum's there to save it away. But boy, look at the way that Hawks can stall the pace and momentum of this game. It's something we've been stressing all series long, and we will always continue to stress it. Dowie Cow with a physical play, but it's not enough. Like I said, when there are 3 people in net, it doesn't work. It's not enough.
Well, good communications out of the Ducks. You could see the closer looking to pick that ball up, recognizing they've got a player behind them, but a missed touch up high. Incognito can't quite find the finish. That one gets sent just high and right of the net, and the relentless pressure out of the Hawks continues to bear down. Ducks only managing 1 shot on net so far this game to the 11 we see now out of the Hawks.
Yeah, it is some great offensive pressure. Gambro gets a steal and a goal for themselves. Was like, nah, Incognito, I want this hat trick stolen from you. So that's exactly what I'm going to set out to do. Great redirect there. Send some extra speed. Mic drop indeed.
Dowie Cow. Oh, boy. Dowie Cow. Unfortunate they haven't been able to find their own goal here so far in this game, because it seems like the Hawks...
Ooh.
Looking to have everybody eat at this table. Minute 15 seconds remaining. Ducks, I worry about their ability to finish out this game, but as we look towards games 4 and 5, how this game ends is going to be critical in setting up the momentum and the play as we get into games 4 and 5.
Yeah, mental toughness is something we'll get back to. I think this one will go in favor of the Hawks. Unless Ducks can get something to go, they can't, and they're back on the run from this offense that Hawks are pushing through. Incognito shots off the back wall. Dowie Cow can't make up for it. Back up goes the ball, and Backham is there. Down low for the closer. Oh, not the best jump here. They rush their setup, and Incognito right back on it. Just such a golden striker. 7 shots for themselves alone. 2 of those being goals. They're looking to get another, but it is going to be Dowie Cow's first goal in this game, at least, to give everybody credit for goals.
Oof, not the ending to this game that the Ducks needed. Double commit out of Backham, and I believe that was the closer. They both leave the net. That's that breakdown in communication. I was praising them earlier for their ability to set each other up and work together, position, use those comms to figure out who needs to be going for what. I do have the follow-up here, by the way. In the Epic Games store, MLE Esports is the creator code that you need to be entering to show some love here, on top of showing some love to the people that love us with our sponsors. But with 10 seconds remaining on this clock, Dowie Cow finds a 5th for the Hawks, and maybe show some loves for the Ducks, because they could use your support right now.
Oh, for real. Can we get some chat chain going of some sort? I'm trying to think. I can't think of any emojis off the top of my head, but man, we need some support for these Ducks because they have got a long way to claw back. There's still games 4 and 5 to take, but as it stands, this is a 3-0 sweep. Hawks take the series, but every game counts and every goal counts too for the stats. Christois will get one for the road.
There it is, Ducks finding one. Bockham to Christois. It's a beautiful pass. It's so well executed. The follow-through, the timing, everything exactly what it needed to be. With 1 second remaining on the clock, it's going to be too little, too late to take Game 3. But it's a good look at what the Ducks need to do to try to find an advantage going forward.
Yeah, it is. Ducks are going to have to reset. Like we were mentioning with the Outlaws, after they got 3-0, they need a hard reset. And things, they were looking good. They just didn't feel good enough, at least. I mean, just got outdone by the Pirates. But here it's the same situation. Hawks, they've been great teams in all leagues. Excuse me, I'm stumbling a little bit here, but Hawks, they have great eyes for talent, and they've certainly got a phenomenal roster here. We mentioned that really, really well-performing striker in Incognito, who's put up 7 shots, 2 of them being goals. It stays the same as when I said it before. In the game, Incognito has that power, the firepower that the Hawks need. It's the fuel to the flame, and it just keeps going once they strike as quick as they do. It feels good. That rush of energy that you get, that feeling when you fire something in at 80 miles an hour, there's just nothing like it. It's just woo!
Well, what I'd like to try real quick. We're going to try it. We don't have the normal board, but we do have a whiteboard this time instead of the telestration board. We see Gambro and Christois and Bockham find a beautiful infield pass, but what I want to see, backboard passes. Get this attack on the backboard. Allow that quick cycle. We know that the Ducks can manage to take advantage. Oh, it's not going to focus for me. To take advantage of this defense. Well, you can generally see what's happening. I tried. Unfortunately, Logitech C920s have their own mind when it comes to how they focus. But you get the idea. Hit the backboard. Infield passes, they're beautiful, and they work so great when they work, but they're low percentage, especially here in Foundation League. Take advantage of the backboard.
And Incognito, is that striker, so even feed the ball to them or just let the Ducks do it for you. Unfortunate play here, but kickoff goals will come back to bite you.
Oof, just well positioned by Gambro. The closer actually made a good play there, trying to touch that one away. They recognized where that pressure was coming from and tried to put it behind the pressure. Unfortunately, Gambro was able to take advantage of that placement, touch it down, and allow Incognito to finish it off.
I'm telling you, Incognito is that secret ingredient to the Hawks' success right now. Being so good at striking, man, it's working well for them. Christois for the Ducks puts this up on the backboard. Demos come through, but Incognito just really running all over the field, handling themselves really well. Puts one across, but it's wait. Oh no, this has got to be own goal number 3 for the Ducks. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I think it is, Lars.
Unfortunately, you have to address it sooner or later. That's just not enough of a touch from Bockham to get that one clear. And then, unfortunately, the closer trying to cycle back to net. They're trying to get in position to play defense as necessary, but unfortunately, they make a near post rotation, need to make that back post rotation, and it unfortunately results in an own goal. And the Hawks, despite not needing any help at all here, gets a little bit of an extra helping hand from the Ducks.
Yep, extra helping hand is unfortunate, but it just is what happened. Oh man, Bockham on the ball side rotation here is not going to let their teammates push in. Here comes the firepower. Incognito shot blocked away. Closer moves to the sidewall. Dowie Cow up high. Incognito coming in for some more. Doesn't get there. Now it's a 1v1. Can the Ducks slow it down? Can they fire a shot? They can't. No, there's no contact. It's not even going to roll in. Oh, they've been robbed of that one for sure. And now they're going to have to produce something else. Back for the closer to take back over for the Ducks. Can they get that exact something else we were talking about? We'll just have to wait. Bockham, now they make contact. This is what we need. A 1v1 again. Oh, they wanted the boost, but they also wanted the ball. They couldn't decide. A little bit, just a little bit hesitant there. Gambro over with the carry. Christois again to Dowie Cow. Can't get it. Incognito off the sidewall. Now it's a big clear down. Man, Ducks, they look so good on offense, but again, they cannot capitalize. Every opportunity, every chance they get just isn't enough.
It's so unfortunate because they've had so many good looks down the field on the net. They just haven't been able to close it out. They lack that last little finishing touch to be able to score some goals here. And unfortunately, the Hawks don't have that issue. They're able to find a way to make these opportunities count. Here's another one. Dowie Cow gets beat out by Bockham, who clears that one downfield and buys at least a second of breathing room for the Ducks here.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about closing it out. Well, maybe the closer can get involved. I mean, their namesake is the they're supposed to close out everything, all the opportunities. I don't know if that's their play style. It would be absolutely gorgeous and hilarious if it was. I would love to see them close something out. Maybe they can here, but they can't. Their shot will go wide to the corner. Dowie Cow wanted to take over Bockham just that edge quicker. Incognito, man. They are looking like an Academy League player at least right now with the way they are all over this pitch.
Well, yeah, they've did such an excellent job up and down this field. But speaking of the different leagues, as we have a second here to talk, if you're not already a member of Minor League Esports, you want a supportive, friendly community to get a professional atmosphere for competition despite your ranks maybe not being at the professional level. We've got leagues for everybody at every level. Foundation League for everyone. I believe it's Diamond 1 and below, thereabouts, but Chris Twa finds a way to cut that lead in half.
Hey, Diamond or not, Chris Twa is going to show you how Foundation League plays and how it is done. Great rainbowing shot all the way across. Gambro couldn't get there, but Lars, you're right. We got leagues for everybody here. I think Foundation, yeah, Diamond 1, it might be right there, but we do things off of scrims. We have our own little system. It's been the biggest, most ambitious season for Minor League Esports, yet you'll want to get on it now as we get everything set up. We're ready to go. Like I said, this is opening day. Season 12 has finally come upon us, and we get to rock and roll here. Dowie Cow with a flick over and away. Now back up to the corner. Bockham wanted it, but there's a double commit for the Ducks. This is a vulnerable net. If anybody can get there, Gambro off the post. Incognito back in off the same post, and we still remain 2-1 in favor of Hawks.
2-1. That one goal has been the deciding factor for so long. It is the difference maker between these two teams. It's that ability to find that one extra goal. It was a lot of what we saw in the last series. It's what we're seeing here in this series. And as the Hawks look to put away game number 4, they've got 60 seconds to hold on or maybe even widen that lead out. The Ducks need to find a way. They're out there hunting for some fish. They have to come up for some air, get some breathing room, and find a way to walk home with the tuna.
Yeah, they will have to. Dowie Cow up to the sidewall. Now they get the carry. Oh, they're out of boost, though. Hawks just looking for one more. Incognito tried to be quick, but Bockham was there. Now they move to and the front. Gambro missing here. Bockham wants a touch. Oh, everybody getting faked out. Everybody's committed. Chris Twa, oh, wide open opportunity. They'll squander to the offside. Bockham, one more chance for the Ducks. Closer can't close it out like we've been asking of them. 14 seconds, big clear, played back in by the Ducks. Bockham, one more chance. Time is ticking away slowly. Incognito's going to have a clear. Dowie Cow threw everybody off guard. Closer has a chance to commit, throws it, but it might not stay up. It won't, and Hawks are on their way to a 5-0 sweep.
Well, they're on their way, but they're not there yet. Ducks have one last opportunity to try to grab a game here and prevent us from seeing 2 5-0 sweeps in a row. But just like we saw in that last series, these games, they're so close, they're so tight. It's not like we're seeing huge blowouts. When you look at these score lines, excuse me, when you look at these score lines, at the end of the day, you go back and you're looking at season records and you say, oh, week 1, Hawks, Ducks, it was kind of a blowout, 4-1, 5-0, whatever it ends up being. Not the case. You have to go and you have to dig deeper. Look at how these games have ended. 1-goal deciders on the vast majority of what we've seen here tonight. It just speaks to the level of tight competition that we bring here at MLE.
Yeah, we've got tight competition, that's for sure. And like we mentioned, we got players ready for all leagues. We go from nothing to about Diamond 1, then we move through the leagues, and then as long as you're not a pro, you've got a place here in Minor League Esports. But Ducks have yet to find their place here in this series. Going down 4-0 is not the greatest thing for them. They hate to be there. I can already feel the mental game slipping just a little bit, so they're going to, it's just always reset. No matter what happens, you get scored on, you score on them. It's always reset, keep going. You never stop. And, at the end of the day, it's all about how much fun you have. And if you're not having fun, maybe don't we don't play the game? I don't know. Just take care of yourself. Just have fun. Go out there, do what you came here to do. Play as a team. Have fun. Get it going. This is the last game of the set. Game 5. No matter what happens here, it all will end. Fresh clock to go. And getting this ball to go is the Hawks. Gambro looks for an early goal, but is unsuccessful.
Well, the early pressure out of the Hawks goes by the wayside, but we know that this is not going to be their last opportunity. Hawks, again, taking that page out of the early Ducks playbook of getting pressure and repeat pressure and more pressure. And then, hey, look, another pressure. Whatever units you want to use for pressure. They're getting plenty of pressure. And, again, accuracy by volume here. If you get enough of these opportunities, it does not matter who's defending this net. They're going to score, but right now there's nobody defending the net, and Incognito takes advantage of it.
Incognito just looks too good, man. Look at this control. Just no panic whatsoever. Just straight poise, swagger as they walked that one in. Hawks are looking fantastic, and Incognito just looks better. 4 minutes and 24 on the clock now. Christois fields it down low. Bockham to the corner. Dowie Cal throws it out. Ooh, dunked by the Ducks. They're looking for that quick striking opportunity. Struggling to get in the air, regardless of the namesake. Going to be something that they're going to need here. Incognito actually just fully stopped moving here on the defensive end. They're going to have to go for this, though. Oh, Christois, huge backflip. Maybe they'll just wait down low. Incognito looking for the solo play. Wants the dribble. Bockham able to get involved. Dowie Cal beat out. Gambro in the back. Sends it forward. Off the back lip. Up to the ceiling. Bounces down. Really dangerous. Nobody can read it. Here comes Incognito. Just barely beat out Christois. Able to get one away before they lost their life. Maybe we can see some signs of life here. Oh, they can't make contact, and that's really been the big issue for Ducks.
Yeah, right now, Ducks, they're a little bit panic mode. They're a little bit stressed, and you can see that they really are just kind of throwing themselves at the ball, but the closer finds a way to finish this one.
Well, yeah, they closed this one out, but take a look at Bockham and Net sweeping out the defense 1 and 2 at the same time. That's fantastic. They're laughing about that one. They're saying, let's go, because there is still some fight in these mighty Ducks.
No. We've gone so long. I've put up with it for so long, but that one may be over. We're having fun here. We're having fun. Hopefully the players are on the field are as well. To your point earlier, you said in the intermission, one of the bigger. One of the big differences between low-level players and high-level players is just that mental game. I had an opportunity to interview some kind of bubble level players, really reaching in that pro level, and that is the number one thing. After 4 or 5 interviews, the answer was the same from all of them. What's the difference? How do you get there? The mental game, the mental game, the mental game. The Ducks right now, they started this game a little panicked. They were struggling with just that, the mental game, but they do seem to be settling down. They're calming down a bit. Goal obviously helping that state a little bit. Incognito tries to find one off the post. Can they reset completely, as you've asked teams to do again and again and again here, and find a way to take at least game number 5?
Man, if that's the answer that you're getting from these semi-pros, I'm going to have to do a lot more reading of the books that I want to, but Bockham's going to read this ball by themselves on the defensive end as they suffer more pressure from the Hawks. Oh no, as I say it, big misses here. They're just able to get away from this one. Hawks unable to put that last goal in. Dowie Cow tries, but Ducks, they're looking so good on defense. If they can just get their offense they've had all series long back, I wouldn't say that there's going to be very much time left before their goal goes in. But Gambro says, bro, let me have this goal.
Well read. It takes advantage of that double commit from the Ducks. It leaves, I believe that was the closer, in just kind of an awkward position, all by their lonesome. Has to get up to that one, and Gambro just better follow. He's able to tuck that one down into the net. Now down by 1, down by 4 in the series. The Ducks looking to get this one back and prevent the 5-0 sweep week 1 stream.
Yeah, we can only hope that they get there into that tie game situation. Hawks been on top of it. They're up 4 games in the series. Maybe we see 4 goals. I hope not. We wanted that close series, and maybe we can see at least a little bit in this last game 5. That's a great touch from closer. Gambro gets the block, double commit. Actually, it works out. Dowie Cow catches on the backboard. Now rolls out with it to the left side. Throws it up forth. Incognito with a miss. Ducks can't regain control. Closer with the demo. Might have been better to actually keep that player up there and then work on this counterattack. Incognito, great redirect closer, even better out to their corner. Gambro off same corner to the back wall. Oh, they can't sneak it in. Christois with their own space. Can they find that air jewel? They can. Bockham doesn't want to go midfield. Nobody available to receive that pass.
52 seconds stands between the Hawks and a 5-game sweep here in week 1 of MLE. Remember, every game matters with MLE. That is not just about series wins. And in fact, it's more about the individual games than it is the series themselves. Here's a shot from Incognito trying to push this one down. The closer, good back pass to Bockham to take away that control. Control is something we talked about a lot, and unfortunately just don't have time to finish that point. Christois looking to put one on. That one's just to the wayside. Defense not there. It's on the goal line. There's the finishing touch, but it's just off the post. Christois trying to get this one back out. Good play from Gambro. That one's going all the way back down the field. Incognito just wide. Bockham will chase up the back wall here. 10 seconds remain, and the Ducks need magic right now.
It's things like that that just hurts so much. 1 second left, and they can keep it alive. No, they can't. The Hawks will take that 5-game sweep. But like I was saying, it's things like that that just make you want to curl into a ball, go sit in the corner. Because that, man, that hurt me so much. I just felt everything sink and want to just perish. It hurts so bad. Ducks, they look so good, but they were unable to produce much of anything, and it just breaks my heart. You guys did great, first of all. Despite the outcome, super close matches, just like Gambro says in the chat. I mean, it really was. Read my mind, little mind reader. Get out of here. Go enjoy your win with your teammates, you silly boy. And, I mean, we just got all a little bit of time here to talk about anything else, Lars.
First I want to touch on what you just said, which is it's heartbreaking. 2 series, 2 5-0 sweeps, but neither of them blowouts on a game-to-game basis. They were so close. Both of the teams that dropped in these series put on excellent shows, had just gorgeous opportunities, made some crazy, crazy plays. Speaking of which, if you see something you like, hashtag POTW at MLE Sports GG. Get these players some balls, clip that, send it in, or in our Discord. You're going to be part of Minor League Esports, MLEsports.gg/apply. We've hit on that enough. That all being said, this is the first season 12, that we are running 3v3s, but we are still running that classic Minor League Esports 2v2, and that is what the back half of this broadcast will be. That is it for me. That is it for Grant CFO, but it is not it for our broadcast. 2v2s coming up right after this break.